Hey, this is Cam94509 and welcome back. We're right in front of the mandatory here. We're just gonna cut through this fight and cut into the big battle here. Or rather, this big, kinda big cutscene here. Zephyros! Stop hiding! Show yourself! I've been waiting for you. I know he says I was, I don't care. Like it better? I'm saying I've been. Sounds cool. You finally came. Let me tell you a story. A long time ago my people were ruling this land, but they were attacked and killed for their horns. I am the only survivor, and I will take my revenge. You will suffer the same fate as the girl. The mandatory will be your graveyard. Yes, I remember the last words. I almost screwed it up. Anyway, we got this boss battle on our hands, and if you haven't already figured it out yet, this is my first attempt, because I don't know what I'm doing. I think I actually got the hand there, which we're supposed to do. You're supposed to put the back of his hand. Although you're also not supposed to land underneath his hand. I'll talk more about what you're supposed to do in this battle in a bit, or I'll probably won't actually just talk about them, but I have a cool piece of graphic stuff to show you, which is really cool, and I'm so proud of it. But I'm not going to show it now. This thing's going to happen later on. Anyway, we've just got to, like, show this battle. This is my first attempt, and I want to show off my first attempt, which was, if you haven't already figured out with the fact that it's my first attempt, very unsuccessful. Although, not as unsuccessful as it could have been. More on that in a moment. But, let's just do what we can to show off this battle here, which is to say, keep fighting. Or rather, keep talking about it. Because, as you already know, this battle's actually already over from my perspective, because I, recorded it earlier. Because otherwise you have to hear my keyboard, and you hate, and everybody hates that. Anyway, let's have this fight here. And, yeah, this is... Gotta make sure you keep, big mistakes I'm making here is that you gotta face his hand, which is, like, not the thing I'm always doing. So you gotta make sure you're pushing towards his hand. You also want to be, a certain distance, not much more and not much less away from his hand. You don't want to stop underneath it, that's a really bad plan. And you don't want to, like, stop underneath it and then walk into the breath attack. Because that's the only way you're gonna manage to shake that much damage. Anyway, in just a moment we're gonna fail, and then I'm gonna cut forward to a much later battle. Because I don't want to have, like, 20 minutes of me fighting the same boss battle over and over again. Because it took me several tries to do this. If you want to see those, I'll probably cut those up to a next episode, but as it is, let's cut forward a bit. Shall we? Here we are. In a later attempt, back into the mandatory, no monster battle that time, and back into this room. We're going to watch this cutscene again, but I'm not going to talk over it again, because actually Zephyros' voice is moderately hard, if not terribly hard, at least the good voice I've given him, and, well, whatever. I don't actually give myself enough time to talk over it, because, well, this is kind of my several times scene. Here is my cool little overlay thing that Magic Lover 101, I'll put a link to our channel in the description, made for me. It's not, a great, like, I don't know, it's cool, but it's not as cool as it could be. She can do better than this, but I gave her, like, 2 days notice, so this is kind of rushed. But it does have some cool text in it. In particular, it says, each of the hands have 10 health. You need to have him 10 times for him to die. He's got, his breath attack does less damage than his slam attack, so you want to avoid the slam attack. And if you have to choose between them, take the breath attack. If you want to know about the questionable font choice, that was my fault. She just made the background image, and her sign had Evoland written on a cool font, but I actually wanted that sign for something else, which is to say the face number. But it was really cool. I'll probably, maybe post, I don't know, maybe I'll post a link to that or something. Maybe I'll use it, as the, whatchamacallem for this video, the image. I don't know what the word is. Thumbnail. The word is thumbnail. There you go. Anyway, we're gonna mostly take my own advice here, although I don't know if I'm going to avoid the breath attack. I'm going to avoid the slam for the breath attack. But it's a cool tip. Anyway, the big thing is that sometimes he'll attack to one side and sometimes he'll attack to the other, and sometimes you just can't run to the side you want to attack. So you can see that I've already killed one of his hands, but his other hand is still alive and well, and so it's reasonably hard to kill it. But I'll get it eventually. Maybe. You'll see. Maybe I don't. I don't know. I haven't... Yeah. Anyway, here's phase 2. You fight it by attacking when the beam stops, hitting the eye on his front, then you run to the pink sphere that comes out of his back, blah, blah, blah. And as I said in the tip, you can't necessarily always know if you're going to be able to reach the sphere. What I didn't appear to note, but I think may be true, well, I'll figure it out during this watching of this, is I think he always goes to one direction in particular. He always goes to the no, I don't know. We'll see. I was gonna say, he always goes to the opposite direction he went last time, but I actually don't know. Could be. Maybe you can figure it out yourself. Give me a comment. Yeah, you know where to get the game. It's in like 3 or 4 of the previous descriptions. Anyway, so yeah, this is the phase that caused me probably the most trouble in my previous playthroughs, because I just didn't, or my previous attempts, I just did not know what I was trying to do. Right, like I killed the first first form on, like, the second try. It was like, well, that was easy. But this form was a pain. Like, this was difficult. And, you know, as you can see, his attack is largely not all that damaging unless you, like, get caught on it for under it for several seconds. Also, sometimes you can get to the pink sphere, but you also fail at life and do what I just did, which is to say you don't actually target it. I'd facepalm, but I facepalmed at the time much harder. And facepalming actually hurts. Anyway, gotta keep fighting the battle here. Just, like, gotta avoid that attack, because that's, like, pretty dangerous. And, most of all, gotta stay alive. As you can see, you don't necessarily have to run away from him. Sometimes you can just run in the opposite direction if you're, like, if he's going towards the wrong direction and put yourself roughly in the right place. Anyway, after, like, 3 hits it was? I think it's 3. He'll do this, which the pink sphere will explode violently in a flash of brilliant, blinding white light. I don't know why I used that voice. And we'll see... Come on, me... Oh, right, here's dial quest. You may have broken my... Blah, blah, blah. We see phase 3! You fight by... I don't know what the fuck just happened to my video. It just broke. Anyway, you dodge the red attack, hit the blue attack. Each attack only does a quarter of the heart's damage. Don't worry too much about it. And reflect the blue attacks back at him. Not all that hard. Anyway, you'll see that, you know, that clip was probably up for too long, but whatever. I was learning to do picture-in-picture. Don't blame me. This is a formula to be 2 tries. This is actually my second try doing it, which is why it's probably the least polished of my various attempts. Because I've actually done this once before at this point. Which is why I keep getting hit in the face! Anyway, just gotta time it like that, make sure you're facing it. If you're facing the wrong direction, you will miss and it won't work. But largely, you just gotta make sure that you're not dying. Which is a good plan normally in this game. Although, as I said earlier, it doesn't do that much damage, so if you do get hit once or twice, it doesn't matter that much. Or 3 times, or I think 4 times so far. Again, I had like 1.5 hearts of health going in, and I only have half a heart left now. That was the awesomest hit I got, I think. And that is actually also the last hit. During all these centuries, I have witnessed that should have 2 O's, many amazing things. All those moments be lost in time. Time for me to join my people, and... in another brilliant flash of white light, he becomes a vortex in space and time and kills the universe. No, actually, just ends the game. As you can see. And with that, that's actually the end of the fight. So, that's actually the end of Evoland. Got a cool dance sequence here. We are the hero. There is more to do, but I don't really want to do it. Like, it's like some collect stuff and stuff. To do left. Like, you know, go find the rest of the stars, go find the playing cards, go play the playing card game. But largely, I'm done with the game. There's a cool sequence in the credits here where we, like, see the game improve as we go along. You know, from the beginning to the end. Although we don't have the only left-right version, because he's got to be walking down the whole time. But that's actually what that's what we're gonna do for that's actually the end of the episode, so that's the end of the series. If you like it, like, subscribe to me or something, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna play yet. It might be Final Fantasy VII, it might not. Hard choice. On one hand, it's got a lot of the battle system that doesn't work very well. On the other hand, for, like, game footage, on the other hand, it's a really classic game. I got really entranced in it when I started playing a bit ago. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for games for me to play, though, put them in the comment section. I'd love to do something where I can use that kind of picture-in-picture window trick for the game overlay graphic stuff. And, yeah. Have a nice day. See you next time, and... enjoy the rest of the credits. You know what, I'll shut up and watch, and you can watch the rest of the credits. God, I hate standing still. I didn't hit it. Not bad. Anyway, yeah. So, we completed 85% of the game. They thank us for playing. And that's the end. So, yeah. I suppose I'll see you later. So, see ya!